So the Browns wrapped up their practice in West Virginia yesterday, and final day, heat in the morning, and things got a little bit, tempers flared a little bit on this play right here. You see, that's Okonkwo kind of slapping the back of the helmet of James Hudson and then running away, and it leads to a skirmish. There were two of them, nothing terribly crazy, although they did throw some punches, which that upset Kevin Stefanski. Matter of fact, Kevin Stefanski made the team run because there were a couple of punches thrown during that.
I'll say this. Fighting, skirmishes, jawing happens in every training camp and at every level of football. They're tired, they're hot, they've been going against each other, so I'm not surprised at that at all. They talked about it, it's over. We don't throw punches, so I'll review that stuff, and there's obviously penalties if you're throwing punches. In games, you get thrown out of the game, so why practice something that would get you thrown out of a game? So we will address that, obviously, but I don't think anybody's ever been around a bunch of football players in the heat that don't get a little agitated, if you will.
Mary Kay, could you sense the practices being extremely competitive?
Yeah, they were. They were really nicely competitive down there. They really brought the juice and the heat, the defense especially, like I had mentioned. I mean, really, they were not going to be scored upon in the red zone. That was their goal. They were going to shut it down, and they did a really, really nice job. And things did get chippy yesterday, but, I would think that, just a little bit of that chippiness is better than sluggishness on the last day of practice, because you can rein in chippiness, but it's harder to motivate and fire guys up. Now, I have to talk about that video for a minute, David. You just have to give me a second to talk about the video, because we're out in the glaring sun. It's so bright out, and I'm sitting there with my little iPhone, okay, just my little iPhone, and on the screen, it'll go dark half the time, and I can't even see what I'm filming. So I didn't really even know what I had until after the skirmish died down a little bit. I was thinking, God, I wonder. And I was also filming in vertical, so I could do some YouTube shorts. And it's hard. It's really hard to know what you have on that little screen. So I didn't know what I had until the skirmish ended, and then I looked and I played it back, and lo and behold, there was the head slap. There was the little runaway over there. There was the punch. There was the counter punch. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
How did I do it?
It looked, if you have kids, it looked like brothers kind of antagonizing each other is what it looked like.
Yeah, I wrote about that, the way I described it, but it was like a long vacation. They've been together too long. They're giving each other a noogie in the back seat of the car on the way home. These guys were like ready to go. The buses were idling. But yeah, so with the video, I'm telling you, I mean, it's hilarious because the fight video on Twitter has, last time I looked, and I haven't looked in a while, I don't even think I've looked since maybe early this morning. The fight video had something like 1.8 million views, and surprisingly, the Sprints tweet that I tweeted out with all these big guys and small guys and every other guy in between running the sprints for punishment. I don't even know how this is possible, but it had like 5.4 million views this morning. I don't even know how that's possible. But anyways, lo and behold, people enjoyed watching them run sprints, apparently.